Got a pair of rocket shuttles flying over here towards the pit fuck. Unfortunately, the pit fuck is this is exactly what it wants to be fighting. The RPF's gonna do a great job of killing those rockets if it gets switched to fire at the rocket. It's not getting switched. I think it's just gonna dodge though. Yeah, at that range, you can just. What if I just flew a different direction? We're here on Tumbleweed, on the public testing branch, on the all hands on deck tournament. We're accenting on today. How exciting is that for us? Team 1, Colon 3, A&S, Simulated Beehive, Tavi, Natasha Aslanova, and Internet Spaceships. Team 2, Formidan Colonial Navy, OSP, Foxy Woxy, Bishop Gaius Watterson, I think is the last name he's got, The Fourth Fish, and Snick. Tumbleweed, tumbleweed, tumbleweed. Rolling down the mountain. Tumbleweed. There you go, there's a song for you. Both teams committing some assets to the Alpha side. Bottom of the map. Spread out quite a bit. Looks like OSP just completely abandoning the Delta side of the map, though. Gonna be going for Alpha, Echo, Charlie Control. A&S is spread out even more. Heavily focused on the Delta side of the map. But they are sending some stuff over to Echo. Frog door. The Moody Chin. Carrier of Feet. Truly. Boomer and Grum. Truly the ship names of all time. I'm ready! Oh hey. All I had to do was ask. Drop it down with Natasha again. We dropped down with her last match too. Means we're on A&S. That is a frontline 450 Axford. I think it's got some 120s on it too. Oh yeah. Oh no, I just can't read. It's got stonewalls. Y'all are fucking babies. This is just how dice works sometimes. Tumbleweed's a good map too. Alright, and that's got double 450 Axfords. It's an off kill on the back, and some missiles on the back. What are these? Naginatas? Free map should be polar table yards. Beehive in 450. Alright, I gotta stop fucking around with the people on Twitch and focus on the actual game that is happening in front of me. As much of a class clown as I am, I do have a very serious very serious job to do right now. We got Beehive with a 450 battleship with a beam backpack. We got two gun petard sprinters being tossed on opposite sides of the map. Nice. Tavi. Okay, this is an interesting combination. I don't think I've seen anybody do this yet. That is a Levy with a Voxel. And that is it.
The enemy is securing some boxer.
That is a shitload of bombers. Oh my god. That's the amount of bombers I usually take. It's 12 bombers. Gonna have a really low interceptor count. So I guess he's maybe relying on the Voxel over here to provide some anti-fighter support. But that is a very risky gambit there. You do need SDM coverage if you're going to do something like that. A lot of SDM coverage if you're going to do something like that. Natasha has a few. Internet's probably has some too. No. At least not on this. Is this Pit Boss? It is not. It's similar. It's a Greedford, but it's not quite Pit Boss levels of Greed. It's also got a Spy Frig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gun sprinters, one of which is quite cringed. We're listening to some fantastic marathon soundtrack. Hit book, yeah. Gaius has a pair of obelisks, traditional style. Although he's down... Interesting, he's knocked him down to just 3 plasma turrets per bulker. Instead of 4. Not going all the way down to 2 either. We've got a CIA monitor, Intel Center, EWR, LRT. It's got them eyes! See everything. Is this a 250 SLO? It sure is. Foxy Woxy with 250 SLO with Pavises and an Aurora. This is not a starter fleet. The Obelisk fleet? Okay. I don't know. It might be. Trogdor Boomer. Boomer. Woxy Woxy also has 2 plasma monitors supporting the 250 SLO. This is so cursed. Might honestly not be bad on Tumbleweed. Sneck with rocket shuttles. A lot of rocket shuttles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rocket shuttles. And then 1 450 Acello anchoring with some grazers on it? Why would you put grazers on your Acello, dude? You could take Auroras, they're just better. A blanket and a bullseye. A VLS-2 backpack. Presumably some SDMs. Oh, just some S2s. Yep. These comps. I gotta talk. We're gonna have to do a workshop on fleet builds after this. Yeah, these are just normal ass S2s. They're being fired at a sprinter as we speak. It's not gonna get through there, Chief. Well, I stand corrected, apparently. Whatever. I have no idea how this game works. Checks out his drive and everything. No terminals required. No terminals required. None. Unbelievably cursed. ANS has stormed out onto the map and has taken 3 points. They got Alpha, they got Delta. Now, OSP extremely slow rollout. Looks like Sneck. Okay, Sneck has parked like 1,000 points of rocket shuttle, probably more than that. Because if I recall correctly, each one of these is 300, so it's like 1,200 points of rocket shuttle. Down here by the Alpha Point as sort of an advanced mine. Unfortunately, no one in their right mind would fly down here with a capital ship, so those I don't think those are going to be doing anything. Got a pair of rocket shuttles flying over here towards the pit fuck. Unfortunately, the pit fuck is this is exactly what it wants to be fighting. The RPF's gonna do a great job of killing those rockets if it gets switched to fire at the rocket. It's not getting switched. I think it's just gonna dodge though. Yeah, at that range, you can just. What if I just flew a different direction? That is a shitload of wasted rockets. $120 RPF, pretty fucking good, turns out. Oh man, he's firing HE at the other one. It's gonna be even better. And that is now dead. Basic CIC Sun Drive, no damage control. Jesus Christ. Tell me these are not all like this. Okay, so these shuttles are actually more like 250. Basic CIC, no damage control, Sun Drive. So those are going to get nothing done this whole game. You just can't. It's not a functional build. Looks like the bulkers are engaging Natasha. And Natasha is eating a little bit of 100mm flak, question mark? That's a new one. Probably switched over to that to deal with the missiles. Is that just a terrible track? Yeah, it looks like okay, it's locked now, but all that plasma is just gonna go into space. Goodness. The RPF's just gonna annihilate anything down here in the bottom part of the map. Although Pit Boss will suffer against 8 fucking bombers. 16 Spearfishes, 16 R2s, and 16 KBUs. Pit fuck is indeed fucked. Okay, so the rocket shuttles are gonna open up. Bro's throwing his whole fleet into this. Okay, this is very funny. This player not quite on the ball, or maybe the rocket shuttles waited until they were closer to drop their payload. Pit fuck is now very fucked. And then, ooh, yikes. R3 is launched from too far away. Pit fuck able to dodge. Just dodge, dude. Okay, no, I think those are R2s, maybe? It's both. Oh, that's a very expensive waste of munitions. Yeah, what if I just flew away from you? So this is why we tell people to launch your munitions as close to the target as you can get away with. Because otherwise they can just walk away. I mean, this thing has already been hit by rockets, and so the bombs are going to kill it. There's the structure break, and it's dead. But you really, really do want to launch your munitions as close as you can get away with doing without getting yourself killed. That's pretty expensive. That's half this cat fleet dead. And it's the most important part. OSP is completely abandoned control of Echo. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on over here? Huge AMM volley out against a even huger Torp strike. Unfortunately, AMM is very ineffective against torpedoes. Yeah, that's 6 bombers, and that is a dead bulk freighter. Oh, man! What a strike! That was just as effective as the strike on Pitfuck, and it took half the points because you didn't have fighters and rocket shuttles. God, this is like 4 rocket shuttles worth of missiles, and then 8 bombers worth of missiles. I honestly think they spent more in munitions to kill the pit boss than this ship is worth. Because now all those shuttles are just empty, and all they're good for is sitting on things. Go to Roculus. Given what happened with KKV the first time around, I don't think that's coming back. It was such a cool idea, but was completely fucked from start to finish. Kinetic kill vehicle. Was, yeah, it was a type of missile warhead that was, well, first edition, it was accidentally extremely good at just killing ships and not good at being an AMM. Second or third, second public, I should say, rendition, it was fine as an AMM, but it was just worse than all the other AMMs. And then it was made to go away. I think maybe second it was just better than all the other AMMs, and then third it was just worse. And it was like, well, maybe we'll deal with this later. Yeah, that's another good point, Corbo. It just seems like the sort of thing that was a really cool idea. It was tried. It was a lot of fun. But the game just doesn't have the design space for it, really. So it's been, it has been since dumped. This has just been nebulous and chill at this point. I don't really know what OSP is going to do. They're kind of doing the same thing that they did last game. Sitting back, not being aggressive, not being on the map, and their opponents are able to just sort of run away with the game. Snake is trying to get some unarmed shuttles on points, but I mean, they spent like 1,400 points to kill the pit boss. It's not worth it. That is what I think of your complaint. It's another huge bomb strike. They did get the sprinter, though. Oh, he did. Errant flight. It has been so long since I've watched sturgeons actually kill things, and I would love to see some. And I think we might be just about to see that here. Oh yeah. Oh yes. 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 Roy taking massive damage. Unfortunately, all the sturgeons are going to die immediately to the Barracuda flight up here. Or the what are these Tanto flights up here? Yeah, unfortunately, that did not do anywhere near as much as I wanted it to.
The enemy secured zone boxer.
But it is moderately sad. It's had its keel beat up a little bit. It was half R2, half R3s. Which I think is a huge mistake, and you'd be better off with like R3s and maybe KBUs, or maybe honestly just nothing else. Just bring the R3s in. I don't think the R3s are that worth it. Ah, yes, puppy. That Beam BB feels like it's in the wrong place because it's not a Beam BB. It's a 450. It has a Beam backpack. Also getting S2s fired at it from the Ocello. Command S2s. I think the Ocello's about to dig behind cover and lose the track. But it doesn't really matter because my defense is just gonna clonk it. Yeah, it just lost the track. Oh, I see. Double balls. That'll handle that quite effectively. And it's now, yeah, we're doing the thing where both teams just cap and counter cap the alpha point without a fight going on down here.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Must did manage to secure Anus's natural. But that shuttle is unarmed and cannot maintain it for any amount of time, so the Tubed Dean is going to go over there and recapture the Bravo point. Got Snake over here grabbing Echo. Looks like ANS being on top of the map is opening up a lot of opportunities for OSP to get some sneaky captures in. Which, you know, good on them. I want to go to Game 3. That's my hope for all of these matches. I just want more games. More. Fight for my amusement, peasants. Oh man, a flight of Barracudas catching out equal numbers or almost equal numbers of Claymores is extremely bad. For the Claymores. It's extremely good for the Barracudas because that is a lot of free money. Money in the bank, baby! And I think... Bye! See you later! I think that's half the bomber compliment off ANS. Good catch. Good catch there from the fourth fish. Very good catch. Wow. That's why you escort your bombers, and that's why you gotta have SDM cover. I'm strongly of the opinion that Claymores want to operate inside allied SDM cover and just try to nuke anything that gets a little too close. They don't want to go for that deep strike shit. Not unless you have a massive wing of Tontos escorting them. The toast is Toast 250 Acela versus a 450 Battleship and a 450 Axford and a 450 Axford, and also the 450 Solomon has a beam on it, and it's tasking its beam to target, and it's turning its butt around. SDM2 Claymores and go Uno reverse hunting. You know, I tried doing that a couple times, and I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed at the results. It's really funny if someone just has like a big ball of fighters just hanging out in the middle of the map and you can get kind of close, hell dump the SDMs, and then run the fuck away. But otherwise, it's like, okay, I've got the Claymores out, and they're doing anti-fighter stuff instead of killing actual ships. Oh man, the Spy Frag is picking up Sarissa kills. He's just hanging out here. And the OSP did have a good dive on that Delta point to grab it, but that's going to end real quick. Yeah, that too. Because S2 Claymores are just fucking bad. You don't want to use those ever. So all you can do is the battle bus gaming. You can't switch them out later on and convert them into bombers. Wow. 6 Tontos absolutely smashing 12 Barracudas. Nice. Yeah, that's another thing. Is that being able to bring torpedoes into close range with fighters is just so good. Value, 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 value. Yeah, so even outnumbered, Tontos are just winning handedly fights. Great. Ran. No. If Claymores could hod swap, that would just be the Sturgeon. And, there would now be no parity. Hey, down! There would now be no meaningful difference between the two factions' bombers. This is on public test branch. I don't know who all else has noticed it yet, but yeah, there's not really any meaningful difference in actual games as far as performance goes. The dogfights. Tontos are still pretty trivially just crushing Barracudas left and right. Flechette does do somewhat better. Unfortunately, this doesn't matter in an actual dogfight. For the most part, they still get crushed. And paper differences don't matter in real fights. That's a nice thought, but this hasn't changed anything. Especially with the coil gun being the way that it is. Alright, so we've got 8v8 here. Although these are loaded for strike. Yeah, they didn't fire any of their S1s. And we're going to go with 0 Tanto losses and full Barracuda kill. Nice. Oh. Okay, Imperial, that's a nice thought, but Tantas also have really good strike capability, and Barracudas aren't effective ASF against what they're supposed to be good against. So you wind up in a situation where Tantas are just better across the board than Barracudas because they're better on offense and defense. No, not dominant, but, you know, should be some degree of parity. Anyways, that game went more or less as expected as well, with Colon 3 taking a W.